Howdy, y'all. Welcome to CardBlitz. This is episode 18. I'm your host, Kelly Reed, joined by my good buddy, Patrick Marshall. Patrick,
How's
how's it going?
how's it going, boys and girls? How you doing?
Yeah, all them CardBlitz fans out there waiting for another episode, aren't they?
That's right. Anticipate waiting. Hurry up.
Favorite every episode, every second, man. That's greatness. Well, dude, there was the Dallas Card Show that just took place this past weekend, and uh, once again, man, over 700 tables, and it was a pretty rocking card show for 4 days. I made it out there on Sunday and hung out with our buddy Wendell, and got to see what it was like for there at the show at his booth, and that was pretty cool.
700 tables is huge, Kelly. I mean that's got to rank in the top 25% of card tables. I mean of
I,
shows,
I think
right?
I think it's like a top four in
Okay, that's massive, dude. I've never heard that before. That's really cool.
Yeah, man. I mean, you got West Coast, and then you got the National. You got Dallas Card Show. There's probably something out in the East Coast, and then the big one in Atlanta. That one's always big too.
That's impressive.
Yeah, so I picked up a binder, a complete set, 1977 Topps baseball while I was there, and
What?
yeah, man,
You didn't tell me that.
dude, my buddy Brian G. Brian hooked me up with a good friend deal, and I couldn't say no, man. So I bought it.
Kelly, you're sneaky, man. You didn't tell me that. Dude, I love that. That's
Dude,
awesome.
I know that was one of those card sets I wanted to get for a long time. So
Yeah, I
1977 Topps
77
baseball,
tops is awesome. I
it
love it.
books, man.
I love 77 tops. I think it's awesome. That's a great set.
So that was the major pickup at the show for me. How about you, man? Anything new on your end of the world over there in North Carolina?
I've just got some. I want to share some 76 top stuff with you. Some
Oh,
heritage stuff.
well, we'll
So,
definitely get into that too, man. Before that, though, I guess any show and tell stuff or birthday stuff, or what are you thinking?
dude. Okay, so birthday. Okay, so this man who was born on this date on this day he was a favorite of mine. I mean, Shawn Marion was a stud.
The Matrix,
University of New Orleans, University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Sorry, not New Orleans, but UNLV.
LV, yeah.
Dude, this guy. I mean, I remember him being in college. He could jump out of stadium and just dunk over anybody. And what I loved about him so much is like he does his job. He would score his 15 to 18 points, 20 points a game, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, and he's just quiet. He didn't make a made a fuss or anything like that. I mean, I really enjoyed this guy. He was cool. So I
Hey,
had a certain passion for him.
I
So
say the 2011 run with the Mavericks. That was some sweet to see the Matrix out there.
I
That
loved it,
backcourt of him and Jason Kidd.
dude. When he went to the Mavs, I loved it, man. Thank you for saying that because the KJ years with Shawn Marion
Yeah,
and Sean Barkley, and Charles Barkley. I'm sorry, I'm like, eh, he's okay, but the Mavs years were great.
yes, definitely rekindled the Matrix motivation, and he got that ring, and so he it ended well for him. I guess he
Yeah,
took the blue
it's
pill
pretty
that
cool.
day for the Matrix, right?
It's pretty cool. I mean, a couple rookie cards. I mean, come on, let's
Yeah,
hold on to these
sweet,
99s, man.
sweet man. You have to do some more homework and give us some more facts at a later date on old Shawn Marion there.
Yeah, he's cool, man. He's a good guy.
All right. Well, as far as trades go, because I like trading for cards because they're called trading cards. And so Nicholas J on Facebook traded some cards for him, and he sent me this really sweet OJ card.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah.
What year is that, man?
79 tops.
Nice. I love that. That's
Yeah.
cool.
It's a pretty clean card, pretty sweet, pretty happy with that trade. That one's nice.
And what'd you trade Kelly for that?
I traded a couple of 1980 Topps cards that he needed for his set,
Oh,
and
cool.
I just said, "Man, what do you have that's cool to send in return?" And he hooked me up with, the OJ card, and like I can't say no to OJ, man. Like, you know, uh, as far as his playing day cards go, I like him.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I
Yeah,
like that.
pride of USC there. And then I made an eBay purchase, and I purchased this 1949 Menko card.
Whoa.
Yeah. It was a pretty affordable purchase, but it's really cool.
1949, dude.
Yeah, man. 1949. It's really cool old card of this pitcher from Japan named Victor Starfin.
Wow, dude, that's cool.
Oh yeah, man. He's this like Russian immigrant, and so like he has a cool
Well,
story.
was that his real name, or did it was that, I mean,
Yeah, yeah. No, that's like his anglicized name.
yeah, yeah, okay,
He was
gotcha.
born in Russia, and they immigrated to Manchuria, and then from there with the Japanese occupation, they moved to Japan proper. And
Wow,
so yeah, he was in this like tight knit Russian community, but living in Japan. But yeah, he was a kid. He was like 6 foot by the age of like 11 or something like that, and he yeah became a baseball player.
dude, that's really intense because I mean that sense of history is really cool, and because it doesn't really happen like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
man. Well, he was like the first Japanese pitcher ever to win like 300 games.
oh wow, cool.
Yeah, yeah, and he like I say, if you do some research on him, he has a very interesting story. And so I was like, man, I want to get a card, for my collection of this guy, and kind of learn the history a little bit more of who he was and what he was about. And he had a tragic death, and I don't want to spoil that, so I'll let you do some research on old Victor Starfin. But
Yeah, okay.
man, I mean, every time I can look at this card, man, it's gonna tell me a story.
It's a 1949.
Menko, yep.
It's called a Minko. Is that like
Yeah,
equivalent of tops, or is it
M-E-N-K-O.
a
No,
cigar
it,
card or a gum card, or what is it?
I don't know. It's just made in Japan back in 1949.
Wow.
I mean, I think it was hand cut.
Yeah, I mean,
I have to do my homework. I got to do.
it's so cool to think that it could be like part of a pack of, like, I don't know, like, I mean, noodles or like ramen or something like that, or I mean, like something like that was thrown in this. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Definitely, man.
I like that.
Um,
Like a Wonder Bread card of the 40
yeah,
49. I mean, kind of neat.
food insert.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, seriously, it's kind of cool.
The other card I got is for PC players. I collect Nomo, Hideo Nomo, and so I bought this card. It's a LAPD card, and they said it was like made in 1995, and that would
Now,
have been his rookie year. So Los
dude,
Angeles Police Department, man.
Hideo Nomo, I mean, he was a stud back in the early 90s. I mean, mid 90s. I mean, wow.
Yeah. So I'm just another one off the list, man. I'm just gonna see if I can get all those 1995 rookie cards of his because they're pretty affordable, and it's my PC.
Is that going to be like just regular cards or parallels and like inserts and whatever you can find?
If
Or,
I can find, just try to get one, man.
I mean, did they have that many back in 95? I mean, I have no idea. I mean,
I think he has about 65 or 70 cards.
whoa, dude, that's crazy.
But compared
Wow.
to today's cards, like, it's not that many. You think, oh, 70 cards compared to George Brett, yeah, it's a lot. Compared to 2025 cards of a player, it's nothing, man.
Right. How many 88 George Brett cards you have? 16. Is that how many they made? Yes, that's it.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like today's cards and players, I mean, I'm sure they have several thousand every season, every year.
Jeez, that's amazing.
Thousands. Yeah. So I'm like, I can do 70. Thousands, man. That I'm gonna let the young bucks go after those guys.
That's right. Do their parallel sets and their rainbows and all that stuff.
Well, dude, talking George Brett, talking cards. Do you want to get into like a little bit of heritage action?
Yeah, you know what? So the new Topps Heritage, the new set came out, like, I think about a week and a half ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I picked them up, and it's really cool. And they're the 1976 Topps remake.
Oh,
So I
the
mean,
design, the 76 design.
dude, they're so cool. I mean,
Dude, that
Bryce Harper.
star, the
I mean,
star and the thing is massive on the Harper
yeah.
card.
Look, check them out. I mean, look at the back though. I mean, they're so clean and they're so crisp.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these are like, I mean, it's very cool actually. So I mean, 76 set is not my favorite set. 75 last year was my favorite set, but and 77, which you just mentioned, Kelly, that you bought a binder of. I mean,
Yeah.
super cool. But dude, I mean, I think these cards are crisp. I mean, I really like what Topps Heritage has done. I mean, I think it's great.
Well,
I
dude, I mean,
mean,
it's 25 years since their first release in 2001. So, do you think that has like some nostalgic value, or the number 25? Do you think that like Topps Heritage that's going to make baseball collectors one
I think it's more
that?
sentimental to the collector who's been around a long time, like you and I have. I mean, I love 75, I love 77, 80s. I mean, I can't wait till that comes out. But I mean, the whole concept is great. I mean, I love it. And like,
For a century is a long time, man.
I mean, and this is Jackson Trio. He's an up and coming star. I mean, he's great. But dude, the All Star Cup. I mean, the
Yeah,
All
the
Star
rookie
Ricky
cup.
Cup
Yeah, that's
is
sweet.
awesome, man. I love to see that. And my son was asking me, like, Daddy, why did they do that? I'm like, it's a good question, but they've always done it. So it was kind of cool. I was like, let me educate you. So I showed him like the last 20 years of All Star Cups. And he was like, this is great, Daddy. This is awesome. Like rookie cups. It was pretty cool.
Definitely, man. I think whenever I think of like rookie cup cards, I think of like the Pete Rose one.
Yeah.
Now that was like kind of a big one to collect
64. Yeah, 64, right? Yep.
with the rookie cup on there.
That's pretty cool, man. I like that one.
Yeah, one of these days I might get around to getting one. I don't have one in my collection, so we'll see, man. I'm sure they want a nice price tag with it too.
I'm sure, dude. I mean, it is Pete Rose. I mean, he's polarizing, but I mean, it's still Pete Rose. I
Yeah,
mean, he's amazing.
man.
I
Well,
agree.
getting into like a little bit of the history of that heritage set, man. Like I've got the 2001 card from my own set that I completed the base set run.
Oh, that's sweet, dude.
Yeah, that was on the 1952 design.
Yeah, I like that. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
But when this set first came out, man, I don't know if you were aware of this, but it was only 407 cards.
Oh, I did not know that. That's cool,
But
man.
but like that 2025 set, that's like 725 cards. So over the years, it's grown, shrunk a little, grown, and so it's at 725 now. And two series, I bet. I think you'll have like one through like 500 or 600, and then a high series or an update series.
Oh, wow. They did upset. I didn't know that. I didn't know they did an update series. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they started doing that, and I want to say like
70, the 70, 71, because that's when they did in the original set.
yeah, as I say, I think it started in 2000. I want to say six.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah, I think 2006 was the first one where, excuse me, they had the 720 card set, I think.
Okay.
But
That's pretty cool.
dude, as I say, initially that '01 set came with 8 cards in a pack and a stick of gum.
Oh,
Can you imagine that?
still,
Back then,
still.
they did that for like 10 years. I was doing some research, and so yeah, it turns out that the 2011 set they stopped the gum and they started putting in like 9 cards a pack.
Okay.
But dude, I remember buying them, man. I bought like a hobby box or two or a box or two, retail, and yeah, man, chewing the gum and looking at the cards and trying to make my set. And went back to my youth in 2001. It was fun.
Nice. Nice.
And then I was gonna mention on that 2001 set, you know whose rookie cards are from 2001, right? One of them
Um,
got in the Hall of Fame and one will be soon.
Ichiro was like 2000. Was it 99, 2000? Who's 2001?
2001.
Okay. All right.
So Ichiro and Albert Pujols.
I have a 2000, I think 99 or 2000 Pujols, I think. It's close. It's 2000. No, you're right. 2001 tops. You had one there.
Yeah,
That's
that
right.
green one. But when Topps Heritage came out with that 2001 set, they did not include Ichiro or Pujols.
Oh, wow. Okay. I did not realize that.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
However, in 2002, the first card of the set is this guy.
Look at that, dude.
Yeah, the 2002 Topps Heritage. And that's
So,
going to be based
so,
on
so
like 53 Topps design.
that's cool, man. So Kelly, on that one, was that special print or was that a regular print?
No,
Or,
this
well, I
is
mean,
a regular card, man.
okay, cool, man.
But like that 2025 Heritage you've got. The card stock. I mean, it's a little thicker. It's a nice card stock.
Yes, I love it, man. It's so. I mean, this is nice, dude. It's like, I mean, it's crisp. It's nice.
Yeah. So Tops, they don't hold back any of the punches. They roll out the red carpet when they do their Heritage sets, and I really like them a lot. Being a set builder,
Yes.
that to me is one of the joys of collecting.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I mean, I think the 75 tops heritage that came out last year. I mean, it's so cool. I mean, I'm a big 75 tops guy. I love it. I have the 75 tops original set.
Hmm.
You know, I'm like tempted to get the 75 tops heritage set as well to mirror off the original set. I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, I would consider that. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, no, I'm going to be tempted once that 78 design comes out in a few more years. Just
Actually, 77 next
for
year,
me,
I'm
for
in.
me, man.
77 next year, I'm in too. I mean, all right, Kelly. So there's two sets I have to get now. Thank you.
Slowly but surely, you'll build them up, man.
Yeah.
The way they got like the base set, and then they got all the short prints, and uh, it's a challenge to build, and so you gotta have your network, I think, to trade some cards, and then you're gonna have to pick and poke at the card shows and on eBay, and maybe
Well,
sport lots as well.
yeah, Kelly, let me ask you this. So, I mean, is there a base set you can get for those cards, or is there a special print and parallel that you add to it? Or like, I
Well, the
mean,
way that they're
how many
the
cards are
way
we
they're
talking about?
inserted in the packs is the SPs. They'll be like every other pack, or maybe one every four packs or whatever. And yeah, it's like 100 cards. But you buy a box of 24 packs, you might only get six of those 100.
Okay.
It's not easy to put together, not easy to build.
Yeah, that sounds different. So it's 720 cards plus 100 cards plus a few more
No, no.
cards.
Of the 720, there might be 100 that are short print,
Gotcha. Okay,
but
that's cool.
might be like 1 through 600 might be like the base set. And then of that base set, they'll have the SP. And then when they release the update set, that might be the other like 100 cards or 150 cards. And yeah, you're not gonna be walking around with one binder. You're gonna need like two binders to look at all those cards, man.
That's right. The
Wow.
binders have gotten bigger. I mean, wow.
Yeah, so but I'm excited. I'm thinking about trying to put together that 2025 Topps Heritage set. Just based on that number of, hey, it's year 25.
Yeah, I think that the 2024, I like that a lot.
Hmm.
I think I'll do that. The 75 tops reprint. I mean, it just attracts me. The Shohei is so cool.
Hmm.
I mean, the Mookie Becks looks awesome. I mean, there's so many cool cards. So
Right?
it's gonna be tough. I mean, I'm not really going back to collecting those kind of cards, but you know what? I will for that. So that's why I think Topps Heritage is special. So
Yeah,
I like that.
you got to pick and choose. It's your hobby, and if that's what motivates you, that's what you're gonna
Boy,
get.
it attracted me. So good job, Tops. You sucked me in. I
Well,
like it.
man, let's talk a little controversial stuff, man. Let's
Sure.
get to this Mike Moynihan mention on the midlife card show with Greg. He's talking about he thinks within 2 to 3 years that SGC won't be a part of collector's universe with PSA.
It's crazy, man. I mean, like my initial thoughts when you told me that and I heard that and I read it, I go, is that possible? Because SGC has a certain characteristic that attracts me to grading, as opposed to PSA. I know that PSA and SGC are like together, but I don't know.
No,
I mean,
they're under the same umbrella, the Collectors Universe company.
yeah, correct.
They're both under that umbrella.
I mean, so if SGC were to go away, as Mike proposed, and say that there was a conflict of interest, and like they said, hey, we're going to maximize this one market, would I all of a sudden jump on CGC and tag? I mean, I don't think so. I'm not sure if I would. I'm not sure if, as an older collector, I would ever do graded cards, which
Hmm.
is weird, but it's my opinion.
But what do you think would be the benefit to PSA saying, "Hey, we're going to shutter this company that we acquired a few years ago"?
Just to elevate PSA to where where I think they are right now. I think they're like the top of the pack, and they're like, which I wouldn't argue with that, but the value, just to increase their value over time, slowly. But I don't know. I mean, I think getting rid of SGC is not a smart move. I mean, from what I look at it, I'm like SGC has to be a competitor, even if you own both of them.
Well,
The
you prefer
Honda
the
Accord,
market though if you're Collector's Universe with one and two, because I
yeah,
think
exactly.
SGC is clearly the number two
Yeah, I mean,
of the other
it,
big grading companies.
so Honda Accord and Toyota Camry are number one and two in the middle, like family sedan market. So you have both those covered. So you have Lexus and I mean, you have Lexus and Infinity. I mean, do you really just go after only Lexus and Infinity and just get rid of like your middle brand? I think they have to keep SGC. I think it has to stay around. So I really don't believe that it's going to be eliminated. There's a lot of hype about that, but I don't think it's going to happen, honestly.
Right. There could be some restructuring. Both companies are dealing with like a lot of collectors submitting cards for grading. And so that's causing some backlog, man. I mean, SGC is no longer going to be able to turn around cards in, 10 business days. They're taking like a full 20. Uh,
Yeah, I read 15 to 20 now. Yeah,
yeah,
15 to 20.
that's what I'm hearing too. And then like PSA, they're notorious for their bulk taking forever.
Yeah.
But
Now, do you think SGC will have if they stay around, they continue their grading process, will they have accelerated like costs like PSA does based on the value of the card? Like if it's a $1,000 card that you send in, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I sent in $35 or $40, it's going to be elevated. Like, does SGC do the same thing? Does the same
I
follow
mean,
the same pattern?
as a profit center, they could.
Yeah,
And also as a profit center, they could build a registry for SGC like PSA has.
I'm curious about that.
Collectors has to look at that umbrella and go, hey, how do we maximize market share and revenue? Because
I'm
that's
curious
what they
about
do best for money, right?
you make a good point, Kelly. I mean, do they do the SGC registry? I mean, I don't know if they do that. I don't
No,
know.
they don't. They do not.
I don't think they do.
As far as I know, PSA is the only company that has
Correct.
registry, and people compete. Ray from Philly, he was talking about
Yeah,
that
yeah,
last
yeah,
episode.
yeah.
He's like, dude, I've got XYZ. I'm like, how about that?
It
So
was it was it was impressive what he told us. I go, wow, I didn't even know that existed. So it's pretty cool.
yeah, I was gonna say, Mike, if you end up watching this episode, on the off chance, I think the SGC does stick around, and my reasoning for that is the fact that PSA SGC make a nice 1-2 punch for card collectors that want to encapsulate their cards for whatever reason, and so to shutter the number two company, the SGC. I think you're opening the competition to a different company like a BGS that could creep back into the picture, take away from profit share and market share from collectors and that PSA umbrella.
But do you think SGC like concentrates on like football and basketball and like golf and MMA and like things that PSA may stay away from, like makes more specialty product or something like that?
Well, SGC is known for like the kind of like that vintage, like that 1985 and earlier, maybe 86
Right.
and earlier. I mean, they'll say that PSA has has stricter grading standards, and therefore their PSA 6 will receive a higher price tag. The value is there compared to an SGC, but I think it's minimal. There is a difference, and PSA does fetch a better return on investment. But how much more are you spending versus how much you get in return? Someone like Greg over at Midlife, he could probably show us all the analytics and go, "Hey guys, this is what we're looking at. Spend this,
Yeah.
make this much."
Yeah. I'm thinking about the whole process of like PSA. They position themselves to be like more new cards and like more the like keeping up with the what's happening in the industry right now. as opposed to
I mean,
SGC going,
PSA is going to be your be all end all.
yeah,
Folks that like PSA, they're going to say, hey, they're great for vintage, they're great for modern, they're great for whatever niche product there is that you want to encapsulate. Sporting cards, Pokemon cards, Star Wars cards. They're going to
yeah,
say that they are the premier encapsulating company to be with.
yeah, yeah. I could see that. I mean, they're going to establish like Battlestar Galactica cards. I mean, even anything. I mean, they're going to be like, okay, this is what
On
we do well.
cardboard, on cardboard, encapsulated with PSA. That's
Yeah,
what the component PSA would say. Collector's Universe gets the benefit of having both PSA and SGC. So
yes, yeah.
I don't think that they kill off the acquisition they made a few years ago. I think they want to grow market share for both.
Well, let me ask. So
More
Kelly,
cards in
think
those
about
classes,
this. So CGC and Tag and all these other companies that are like competing to try to gain market share,
right?
are they basically going to be like just caught up in the wash because the whole talk is PSA and SGC? So do they gain a foothold at all? I don't think they do. If SGC stays around
Well,
and PSA does it
there's a
right,
company called Gem Rate, and they put out a like they'll release a blurb stating how many cards were submitted to each company. Like let's say there's a big five of PSA, SGC, CGC, BGS tag. Let's say
yeah,
that's your
okay,
big five.
all right, that's fine.
They
Yeah,
they they release all the numbers of how many cards were submitted, how many were sport, non-sport. They break it all down. So, like you said, it'll be interesting to see in a few months, what's going on in the hobby, where are those numbers at.
yeah. 5 million cards are submitted total. 2.5 million are from PSA and SGC. I mean, wow. Or 3 million. I mean, like,
I mean, we have to do our homework and take a look at those numbers too, and
yeah,
maybe next week's episode or the week after we share what
yeah.
we learned.
Let's do a follow up on that because it's kind of cool to think about. I mean, and see how this like this Mike, you know,
One
yeah, see how he like
card collector, yeah.
his interpretation of things. We'll put it that way. Has developed on an influence on how things have changed. So
Yeah, I
it'd
mean,
be
he's
kind of cool.
entitled to his opinion, and as we are, and like I said, I don't think it's in collectors' best interest to close down SGC.
Absolutely not. I agree.
I think they're around for several more years.
I mean, dude. I mean, my football cards are so cool. My vintage football cards that are SGC are so cool, man. Come on.
Well, taking that bias out of what you have that's an SGC holder, I'm saying if you bought a company, spend X amount of dollars, and now you got the top two companies in that market,
Well,
why
why
would
would you eliminate one of them?
exactly? You're gonna have
Yeah,
different price points to accommodate different types of collectors, so make more money.
yeah, that's right.
So collectors keep both. It's good for the hobby.
Correct. Hello, Mr. Toyota and Mr. Lexus. I mean, let's keep it all together. Maximize.
That's too funny, man. What else do you want to get into? We got a few more minutes, man.
Yeah, hey, yeah.
We
Let's
got
talk
about
about
10 minutes left.
how
So
about NBA playoffs, man? I mean, like, can you believe what happened? I mean, like, my Houston Rockets are very young, and they lost to a Golden State Warriors team that's experienced, and it drives me crazy. But I mean, Golden State's, I mean, the number 7 seed beat the number 2 seed. It drove me a little nuts, but actually, and
inexperience is what costs the Rockets, you're saying.
well, the Rockets have no one to go to. And in the past, they try to get James Harden to come in as your go-to guy. He's not the answer. The defense was there this year, but there's no go-to player that they have on their team, and it's kind of disappointing, actually, to be honest. But I mean, the fact that the Warriors moved on and they're playing the Timberwolves,
And they already took game one.
yes, but Steph Curry got injured,
I heard about it.
so that's an interesting. I mean, Jimmy Butler is the answer in Golden State. I think. I mean, he's a stud, but can they win without Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler on the court at the same time? I have no idea.
Well,
I don't think so.
it might just get a little bit tighter, you're saying.
That's right. Yeah, it's gonna be closer.
What about
And the Knicks beat the Celtics in Game 1. I mean, wow. That's crazy as well. So
Yeah, but I think that, do you think that the Knicks have a realistic shot at pulling off the upset?
it's tough. I think that 20-point comeback in game one, and they came back in overtime and won. I mean, I think the Celtics are too good, but if you give any Knicks fan hope, he's all over the place. I mean, the Knicks are powerful. I mean, like they're starving for a team to win. So I have no idea.
Well, and then the Pacers pulled off the upset with the Cavs.
Dude, Pacers are amazing. I mean, I'm surprised, dude. Halliburton is awesome. I mean, that kid is a stud. So
Take that shot, just say, "I know I got it," and walk off the
I
court.
mean, I mean, like, dude,
I
like
only saw the highlights, so I was like, "Oh,
three of the starters from Cleveland are injured, and and like Dante has like 46 points for the Cavs, and like that's enough to win. No, it's not. Apparently, I mean,
wow."
I mean Indiana, Indiana's up 2-0, so it's pretty amazing. So pretty wild.
What about the Nuggets? You think that they're strong contenders?
They won that first game. I mean, every time you have Jokovic, I mean he's a stud.
Joker,
So
Joker is a stud. He's been like an MVP. I forget how many times, and at least
he,
two. I know
he
that.
he he didn't win it last year, but I think he won it the year before and the year
I think he
before
went
that.
back-to-back years. Yeah.
That's right. So um, he's so sneaky too. I mean, I think he makes everybody better because he attracts so much attention and he just passes the ball off. I mean, I think people forget he has like 6 assists like in his career or something like that. So he's a
Yeah,
stud.
that'll work. Any closing thoughts on your Panthers and their NFL draft?
Yeah, I just hope that things develop. Let's put it that way. And how about
Well,
the
y'all
let's
took
talk
a
about
receiver, and
dude.
that I think what I wanted for my team, you got for your
Well,
team.
we have to talk about the Cowboys, man. George Pickens was traded to the Cowboys today.
Yeah, to be that downfield threat to go CD Lamb.
Okay, let me ask your opinion of that. So George Pickens is kind of a head case, and the Cowboys have been known to love head cases, aka Pac-Man Jones. Who's that guy with the machine gun? Oh, Greg Hardy. Yeah, he's another guy.
Terrell Owens, maybe.
That's right. So does Des Bryant?
Kind of on edge at some points in his
But,
career.
but, but so does Des Bryant like work this out with George Pickens and his mouth and make it happen in Dallas? I sure hope so. I mean,
Well, the Steelers made that trade for a reason, I think, and I don't know
no,
because of the draft picks they got in return, or if they're like, here, take them, please, and you're going to give us some draft picks, all good.
well, yeah. I mean, the Steelers are like, yeah, we've had like 3 years of him already, so
Yeah.
it's,
Well, I am happy that the Cowboys took Jaden Blue in in the fifth round of the draft. They need a running back, but then they drafted like another one, and I'm like, now you're talking about kind of a crowded backfield. So
yeah. It was kind of sad. The Panthers chose a running back in the fourth round, and I think Jonathan Brooks is pretty much done as an NFL player. I hate to say it. Second ACL surgery. I mean, they signed Chuba Hubbard to a contract for 2 years last year as their lead running back, and they got Rico Dowdell this year from the Cowboys as their change of pace back. And dude, they drafted a guy in the fourth round. I'm like, Jonathan Brooks
Rico's
is,
going to be good for you guys. I think you're going to
but
like.
Jonathan Brooks is a stud. But I really don't think the guy's ever going to play again. I mean, it's horrible to say that, but that's what I see when I see teams do this. I'm like, there's very very little chance of him coming back. If he does, it's amazing.
Hmm.
I mean, like two ACL surgeries. I mean, like let's face like Nick Chubb is a freak of nature to come back from what happened in the bowl game and like at the goal line to get his knee blown out, then take a whole year out and then come back and lead the NFL, the AFC in rushing. That's not going to happen for Jonathan Brooks. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. So it's kind of sad.
Well, then let's stump you for a minute, man.
All right, dude, let's try it.
This was supposed to be with Ray last week, but Ray, maybe if you're watching, you'll know the answer, but let's see if I stump Patrick.
All right.
All right, Patrick. 1936.
All
So
right.
back basically a century, 90 years. Um, Hall of Fame, inaugural class, number of inductees. Just how many? So you may throw out some options.
Wow.
Number of inductees in the inaugural class, the first class ever for the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum, aka
I've,
Cooperstown.
I've got three people in mind, but go ahead.
Okay, well, option A is three.
Okay.
B is four. Option C is five. Option D is six.
Oh man,
You got
that's
A,
not
B, C, D. You got three, four, five,
dude,
six.
that's not easy at all. Come on, Kelly. What's going on here?
Well, you got three in mind, so we'll
Let
see.
me like let me like hmm. I'm gonna go with A. I'm gonna go with three. I'm gonna go with my gut instinct.
You know what? And three is a really good guess. However, they added two
One more,
more. Two
two
more.
more.
Added two more.
It
So
was
you're
Walter, Knapp, Ty. Tell me.
Walter Walter Johnson,
Yep.
Ty Cobb,
Ty Cobb. Yep.
Christy Matheson, or
Christy Metz.
Matheson.
Okay. Knapp was
Matthews.
no.
No, Babe Ruth, and then Hannes Wagner.
I forgot about him. I would have said four. I would have said four after that.
Yeah, well, dude, you knew three.
Dude,
You know,
mm,
Nap Lajoie, though, that's a good guess, but I think he got in a little bit later.
okay. So I was thinking it's a handful. I mean, it's one hand. Come on.
But it was initially three. It really was. But then they
Okay.
added, they're like, how do we not have Babe Ruth in here?
Well, that's interesting. So was Babe just added? I mean, because he is 1936, so
Yeah,
that
this guy
that's a little bit later in
brought
his career.
baseball to like the forefront, and I think that's what got him in.
Well, Kelly, tell me some history on the Baseball Hall of Fame. So, when was the first inaugural class inducted?
1936.
That's the first one.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So on that note, we're going to call it a night, but certainly, give us a like and subscribe out there. Tell a friend, follow us on the socials, and we'll see you next time.
All right,
All
later,
right.
guys.
Later.